So we have got an awesome thing called normal maps. So this is the principal BSDF. I have created new material, and here we are using normals and this image, which is exactly looking like Control Alt Spacebar, like this thing, and we are making it to go through a normal map node, and then I'm using these two nodes, which you can just get by Control T, and that you will get access after going to edit, preferences and add-ons, and here you need to make sure that you have activated node wrangler. So after this thing, the great thing about normal is that if I go to Z axis and select this light G and try to move it, it seems not a lot, but when I try to show you the importance, like if I go to solid mode and go to wireframe mode, there is nothing, like literally nothing over here. I haven't given it any extra work over here, just using normal maps, which are just simple maps, and a little bit of color. I give it a rocky texture, and you can just go haywire and create something out of the things that have been shown on Breaking Bad. It's not only just limited to this thing. What you can do is, I have created this object over here, and I am coming here to the material preview mode. In the principal BSDF, in the normal thing, I have given a bump. Bump is going to turn my black and white texture. This is just black and white texture. It is converting it into normal information. I am using Control Shift click. These are all the normal informations, and I am using this mapping node and this texture coordinate Control T. By clicking Control T, we get access to this, and I'm animating this thing using hashtag frame under 200 and using the scale to change the way the texture is made. And the great thing about this is, if I just come over here, Control Shift click on this principal BSDF, go to material preview mode, you can just make a flowing water. My god, where is this water coming out of my PC? I can just reduce this scale. Whoa, I didn't know I had the power to quench the thirst of a simple tribe. And you know what? I can just go over here and scale down the texture of noise texture, quench the thirst of a bunch of animals, quench the thirst of a tribe, or quench the thirst of the entire nation. Well, all I need is the help from Greta Thunberg to help me streamline this way of making sure this water is getting to these people who are not getting access to drinking water. Now let us see what is the underlying technology that is going behind this screen. Let me come to Z axis, and here I have this example where some are white, some are a little bit darker, some of them are a little bit more darker. So what this things indicates is, if the thing is a little bit brighter, Blender is giving me the illusion that this is near me, coming towards the camera. If it has something white, it means that it is coming towards the camera. If it has something blacker or darker, it's going away from the camera. So if I try to rotate this thing a little bit, this is the illusion being created on a flat surface. It's just that. The problem with this thing is, I have to manually do a lot of things, like tab, go to one of the thing, G, Z, and bring it up, and only then I can access this thing. It's a lot of manual work. Second, the geometry is too high poly, and that will boggle up my machine. And the great thing about this is, it's just simple plane with 4 edges, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4th one, and we are getting something out of nowhere. You can use textures, or you can use noise map, which are by default available in Blender. For this texture, for those who don't know, you can go to Google, search for Polyheaven, and in this textures section, you can get to all the textures, and with each texture, you get a thing called normal map. For example, if I go to this rock thing, and here this thing is called as a normal map. And you can go to these three bars, and there you get a special access to normal maps in the form of EXR, the highest quality, JPEG, faster quality, and PNG, a very deeper and more broader color information quality. There are two types of normal map standards. One is for Unreal Engine and 3ds Max, and the other is for Blender, Maya, and Unity. You can just click here to toggle between them. Let me give you an idea of how we can use this. Like, I am going here, clicking normal. Let me download this thing. Go to desktop and let me download this thing, and we have got it downloaded. I am going to click and drag it into Blender, drop it here. I have got this normal map, Control Alt Spacebar. It's looking nice, no problem. So we bring it over here, cut this connection. Make sure the color space is non-color. Shift A, normal map, and click over here. So make sure that you use the color space non-color, because it is being especially made for normal maps. And from there on, you can use the node wrangler shortcut Control T, and you can as well use this scale thing to increase the scale of the wall and make it seem like it is made of a big fortress or a pavement on the road. That's the power of normal map. Or you can also use black and white textures. Shift A, noise is one of the textures. It looks something like this, which has to go through a bump map because this is black and white texture. Control Shift click. This is a black and white texture, so it needs to go through Shift A, bump, and make sure this connection is going to the height information. Black and white is going to give us the height information, and we will reduce the distance over here, so it gives us the undulated surface. And then on, you can just use Control T for the textures, mapping node. Make sure it is the generated thing. And then what you can use this scale thing to make it a watery like texture, or you can rotate these things to give it a stationary flowing water, or you can either just move it to, I don't know, just give it a feeling. So basically, according to me, normal map is something that people tend to choose their personalities based on their likings, but deep down we are all the same. Well, some persons give too much of importance to themselves. Rest people who have copied personalities have the same thing running behind them. They are just stupid, innocent people. Don't believe me? Look at all the actors, politicians, and great people. They were stupid at one point. They just happened to be focusing on themselves more. Brought to you by blinders.com.